I told my parents flat out that their kid is their responsibility, not mine, and the silence that followed said everything. My name is Rachel Carter, and the day I told my parents their kid was their responsibility, not mine, was the day the balance of my whole life shifted. I grew up in Ohio with a younger brother, Evan, who was 6 years younger than me. From the time he could walk, I became his built-in babysitter. My parents, Linda and Mark, leaned on me for everything, feeding him, helping with homework, sitting with him when they wanted a night out. At first, I didn't mind. I loved my brother. But over time it stopped being about love and started feeling like obligation. By the time I was 16, I wasn't just helping, I was raising him. When friends invited me to football games, I had to stay home. When I wanted to try out for cheerleading, Mom said, "Who will watch Evan?" My dad reminded me constantly that family pulls together. But what he really meant was, I had no choice. My teenage years disappeared into laundry, babysitting, and chauffeuring. By the time I turned 22 and started my first job in marketing, I thought things would change. But one Friday, Mom called and said, "Evan's science fair is tomorrow. You'll take him, right?" I froze. I had plans with friends I hadn't seen in months. I said, "Mom, you and Dad need to take him. He's your son." The phone went silent. No protests, no guilt trips. Just silence. For the first time, they didn't have a response. That silence told me everything. They had expected me to bend, again, without question. When I didn't, they were stunned. I felt a wave of guilt, but beneath it was something stronger, relief. I wasn't cruel, I wasn't abandoning Evan, but I was finally setting boundaries. I deserved a life that wasn't just about being a substitute parent. In the weeks after, the air at home was tense. Dad muttered about kids these days, and Mom sighed every time I walked into the room. But something unexpected happened. Evan started stepping up for himself. He figured out his own project setup, asked his teacher for help, and beamed with pride when he earned second place. It hit me then, by always being there, I hadn't just been overburdened, I'd been holding him back too. That single statement, "Your kid is your responsibility," wasn't about rejecting my family. It was about reclaiming myself. It forced my parents to finally see the line between me as their daughter and me as their crutch. Evan and I are still close, maybe closer now, because he sees me as his sister, not his caretaker. Looking back, it was the hardest boundary I've ever set, but also the one that saved me from drowning in resentment. Sometimes the silence after speaking your truth is the loudest answer you'll ever get. Full story added in below.